there.
A dark, human-shaped silhouette is standing in the room.
Sometimes a ghosty top 5 video grabs my attention just by the title alone. So when somebody posts a video that says scary videos that have skeptics second guessing themselves, well, colour me interested, spank my spam. So I haven't seen this before, I don't know what this will entail, but go check out Slapped Ham's content and let's have a look if I can second guess myself. Like this.
A family on holiday in a rented Airbnb cabin gather around the
Whoa, that's loud.
kitchen, phones out. One of them swears a drawer just opened by itself. They're filming it like a prank, half laughing, half curious, sure someone's pulling their leg.
Why is it always potato quality? Please. Please, use better lighting or something.
Oh, let me say.
Wait. What's that? It's not a wire glint.
Then Dad walks up and puts his hand on the drawer.
See how hard to open that? Yeah. Let it push by itself. Go. Right.
He says he can feel it vibrating under his palm and his
Did you see how easy that rolled out then? The rollers on that drawer are really lubricated.
expression changes. This isn't a joke anymore.
Right, let's blow this up on this monitor. They're reacting before that drawer moves. She's turning to run, the drawer hasn't moved. Oh, I can't see a wire, so this is a total guess. Okay, so I can't see what's actually caused that. There's no wire glint or anything. I questioned the door had a black band around it, but I think it's just the pixelation on the latch of the door. But they react before the drawer pulls, so I think he's got something attached to him, and when he's run, he's pulled it. His arm movement kind of does that. I think he's pulled it as they've run, and that's a pretty easy effect, in my opinion, because I can't see the wire.
No!
The scary
No.
video, posted by Reese Royales, shows the laughter cut out fast.
Can we go? What?
Open it!
Oh my god!
Oh, that was dog shit. Bit overkill, that. Nobody would believe me until they saw this. What are we looking at?
A woman is filming the grounds from outside when her camera catches something
I know this place, Margam Castle.
in one of the top windows.
A little bit of false information there. The inside of the castle is closed off due to renovations in the top rooms. No, it's closed off because the upstairs is actually rented out for movie sets and stuff. Da Vinci's Demons was filmed there. I've investigated up there. It's closed off in the day because it's used for film productions, TV show productions, things like that. It's only closed off during the day because they don't want masses of people up and down these rickety stairs in this old area, because the entire building is fire damaged, but it's also listed, so they can't do too much with it. But there are areas upstairs that are still in use. There's even on the opposite end of Margam Castle, there's offices and stuff up there that are being used. We went there in October 2024 for a scare attraction. The upstairs was open then. So what are we looking at?
When she zooms in, you can clearly see a figure moving past the glass in a part of the building no living person
It's just a real person. I mean, she's wearing a t-shirt, a modern t-shirt. It's not a ghost. I mean, it might be. You could have ghosts wearing modern t-shirts, I guess. But this isn't a locked off area that nobody's allowed in. There's the ghosts of a groundkeeper and a game and a poacher. This is just a person.
Part of the building no living person should be anywhere near.
But you can go up there. I've been up there. I've investigated up there. One of the first paid locations I ever did was Margam Castle. You can hire this entire building out as a group. So, no. It's just a person in modern clothing. It's just a V-neck t-shirt. Maybe a bag over the shoulder.
The clips, uploaded by Haunted Foodie, show the perimeter fenced off and locked down with no public access, meaning whatever's in that window got there without going through any of the doors.
Okay, so those main doors on the front there are very, very rarely open. That's not the main access point of this place anymore. If she turns right, there's an ice cream shop and all sorts within the grounds, and you enter through there. There's a door directly opposite these windows at the back, and that's the main entry point these days.
The castle has a long and troubled history. Built in the 1830s in the Tudor Gothic style, it sits on land that's been occupied for over 4,000 years.
It's also been used in certain Batman movies as Wayne Manor. Now, there is an old monastery there. There's so much stuff. Margam's beautiful. I'm going to take the drone down there soon.
And the ruins of an 11th century abbey still stand on the grounds.
There you go, Abbey. That's
After the Talbot family's ownership ended in the 1940s, the place fell into disrepair. Then a devastating fire tore through it in 1977. Today, it's widely regarded as one of the most haunted locations in Wales. The most frequently reported presence is Robert Scott, a former gamekeeper murdered by poachers on the estate, and he's been spotted countless times on the Grand Gothic staircase. Paranormal investigators who
Oh, there is a white lady spotted on the staircase. I was wrong there.
who've tried to reach him say they've had rocks and pebbles hurled at them by an unseen force.
Most haunted claimed to have rocks and pebbles thrown at them. It is one of the stories there. Now, I grew up not far from Margam Castle, and as a kid in the summer, there were school trips there, family trips there, because there used to be a kids' playground area outside of there on one of the bank-ins. There's a feeding farm and stuff up the top with boar and all sorts. And in all of the years I've been going there, since the 80s, and even now as an adult, I've gone there for scare attractions, I've gone there for paranormal investigations, I've gone there for a paranormal convention. I have never, ever, ever seen a stone be thrown. I've also, all of the people I know that have been there, have never, ever had a stone thrown at them. You also have to take into account that back in the day, you have to take into account that this place is fire damaged. There's bare brickwork everywhere, so things could just fall.
The upper floors, particularly the rooms that once served as a nursery, are said to be haunted by children. Visitors have reported apparitions in Victorian-era clothing, giggling on the staircases.
Why are you using AI-generated content for this, Slaptam? Why not actually show the spectacular staircase at Margam? With a quick Google search, boom, there you go. All the images you want. No need for the AI stuff. You could have used one of these staircase photographs and then inserted an AI ghosty children or whatever.
And the sound of small feet running across the floorboards. Tour guides have even had living children wander off and return saying they'd been playing with other children no one else could see.
That I've actually heard before.
So could this just be old glass distorting a reflection? Possibly uneven paint.
Who the hell is going to be up there casting a reflection? That's just a person upstairs where you can go. They lock it off most of the time, but what if this is a member of staff? What if this is somebody as part of a film crew? Because they do film a lot of stuff in Margam.
Can suggest movement where there isn't any. But the figure in this scary video moves through the frame, not across it. And the room behind that window has been off limits for months.
Has it?
If no living soul was up there...
It's not off limits, it's off limits on most occasions, but there are staff there, there are film crews there, there are workers. Tis what it... wait... I know these. They copyright struck me for using their footage when I caught them faking. And Mike caught them faking.
So we're C, whether we catch this mouse out in the morning.
It is. It's Chateau Neuf de Cac.
And then
Apparently, there were paranormal investigators there as well, despite the fact we proved that they are faking their evidence.
Ted will have to believe me. There
Ain't gonna believe shit, lady, because you lied. You used masking techniques, and your old fireplace moved while the rest of the room stayed the same. I caught a reflection in a window, and of course, your cameras all had the screens out so you could see what the cameras were looking at to ensure that the ghosty wosty, the person, wasn't caught on camera. A haunted Peppa Pig plushie. No. Look at the blackest part of this. Look at the black of the eye. It looks added in to me.
The closet in this kitchen is barely wide enough for a washing machine and a dryer side by side. The doors only have handles on the outside. There's no way to open them from within, and nobody's home.
Right.
The camera keeps rolling.
What was that up there? There's something skew up there then. There. What is that? There and there and up there. Door's not moving, yet the shadows changed there. There's a change there. This is a second video snapping on, or the overlaid video snapping off. I think they've masked up this line. Yeah, the lights changed there, and there, the shadows have changed. So basically, there's two videos playing, but they've been recorded at separate times of the day, and they haven't accounted for the sun movement. And it's changed the shadowing slightly, so these are probably only an hour apart in filming. There, shadows changed there, shadows changed up there, shadows changed on this hinge there. There's a little bit of shadow changing up around this area.
The camera keeps rolling.
See that then? There's a fuzziness, and then bang, off it comes. There. That's a mask. They've masked this area out, I think, around this. Oh yeah, where they feathered that. Look, they feathered out that ridge of the chair. It should continue around there a little bit more. There, again. The way it's focusing and pulsing up there after movement. So for me, that's just two videos. The way the shadow's changing. They haven't accounted for daylight changing or the sun changing position slightly through the day.
Toward the end of the clip, a light begins flickering on and off. According to the post, that light has never worked at the property, not before the incident, not after, and still doesn't to this day. Yet on camera it flicks on and off repeatedly, as if something is playing with it.
Yep, it did. But what's all that up there? See that? That's somebody casting a shadow in this masked out area. They've cast a shadow up there. Busted!
1, 2, 3. There's a silhouette right in front of me.
So there's a movie called Lights Out. It's not the same effect, though. You just hide the cuts in with the lights coming on and off.
A dark, human-shaped silhouette is standing in the room. A shadow figure, perfectly still, as if it had been there the whole time, waiting for the lights to go out.
Nah, this is messed up.
Nah, this is messed up. Good acting.
When the light...
There you go. You tell that it's two different shots. Curtains have changed position, and that there. Basically, the camera's lifted slightly for the cut. So he's probably got is a tripod, and he's tilted the camera slightly to make it look like he's holding it, and then cut. Right, go stand there, hit record, job done.
When the light flicks back on,
There, that looked like he'd lifted it off the tripod. This is one shot, bang. Where that cut was and the camera moves, what I think they've done there is, he's moved the camera in the daylight, on a tripod, on a wonk, left it, made the cut there, then filmed this bit in the dark, and moved the camera again, placed it back on a tripod, turned the light back on, moved it off the tripod. You can see the camera stick on that weird angle, and then pull really quick after the cut. I believe it's because he's on a tripod. You can angle your tripod head wherever you want. It's clever.
There's nothing there. So where the hell is that shadow coming from?
That sounds like Andrew Stonerock. That really does sound like Andrew Stonerock. Yeah, it's a simple effect from the movie Lights Out.
whatever he caught wasn't drawn out by the dark. It was already there in the... A man is at the local park with his wife and daughter when he hears something near a tree. It's faint, barely there, but it's a...
I did this on a video 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Catholic exorcist Father Chad Ripperger has spent decades on the front line of the church's most disturbing work. And in March 2026, on episode 285 of The Sean Ryan Show, he made a claim that's been bouncing around UFO discourse ever since.
I do know other exorcists where they would, in session, they would actually, once the demon manifested, they would manifest in literally looking like an alien with the eyes and the small mouth and the whole bit turning gray.
He says that during exorcisms, demons have physically manifested in front of him as what most people would recognize as grey aliens. Small mouths, oversized heads, grey skin.
They would, in session, they would actually, once the demon manifested, they would manifest in literally looking like an alien with the eyes and the small mouth and the whole bit turning gray. And they even...
Okay, Padre. Let's just take your word for it, shall we? No.
Okay. This is weird.
Trish Phillips has had this stained glass piece hanging on her bedroom wall for almost 20 years. She filmed it once on her old phone, not long after she had it framed.
I was going to show this to you because this was a gift given to me by a friend years ago. And one of my favorite games to play with people is using it like a Rorschach test. You know, what do you see?
In that early footage,
Little waterfall there and a demon head. A hag.
you can see the coloured glass clearly, and people who've looked at it say they spot what looks like a white unicorn on the right-hand side, like a Rorschach test made of light.
I haven't actually looked at this in probably about a year. And this time, normally, like over here where that white is, there used to be something that looked like a unicorn's head there. And it's gone. The thing's changed on me.
Years later, after upgrading to a much better phone camera, Trish goes to film the glass again.
What do you see? It's a piece of stained glass a friend of mine framed for me. So different people will see different things. Almost everybody sees the unicorn. But what else do you see?
The image in the glass has changed.
What do you see?
Could it just be an optical illusion from depending where you stood looking at it? Now, is this an optical illusion or somebody turned the photo upside down? Okay, so I've been staying at this for ages and I'm like, oh, they just flipped the photo, but they haven't. It just changes dramatically. Or does it? Because this is stained glass and because this is two different cameras, I mean, look at the different colour in the white wall there. It's white there and beige there. Maybe they've redecorated. But that would change the white balance of the photograph that you're taking, depending if the wall colour has changed or if the lighting has changed. Which, especially on stained glass, which is reflective in itself, would just morph the image. So we're looking at it from a slightly different angle, with slightly different light, with a slightly different colour background, with a different phone, because she said she's upgraded the camera on her phone. To me, this isn't some magical transformation. It's just lighting and camera changing, in my opinion. That was cool. I spent ages looking at that. Okay, so a hand is apparently going to raise from behind her from the pool, even though she's swimming on her own.
Né? Eu tava dormindo.
Yeah, don't get out of the way so we can see. Just look all freaked out.
Behind her, something strange happens.
Eu tava dormindo.
And it was really there because the water rippled off it.
A hand.
Could ghosts cause ripples in water?
Pale, deliberate. It breaks the surface for just long enough to be
It's not pale or deliberate, it's not the same colour as her.
unmistakable, then silently slips back under.
Is that it?
Gente, vocês perceberam que apareceu?
She catches the movement out of the corner of her eye and turns to look.
Não, gente, aquilo foi a pata da Meg e eu vou lá.
There's nothing there, just still dark water.
Now, could it be a ghost? Could it be somebody with some form of scuba gear on to make this look really creepy, possibly? Or could it simply be the same thing as we see when people walk into rooms and there's no ghost after the doors have moved, and she's just positioned herself with a camera doing this so the person can get out of the pool? Or is it a ghost?
Her first thought was the family pet, but the shape and movement
The family pet got an arm with human digits?
don't match. A paw doesn't break the surface like that, and her dog hadn't come out with her. She was alone in the pool. No one else was in the water. No one hiding beneath the surface. Whatever reached up out of that pool was gone by the time she turned around.
Let's go back.
Porque se tem piscina, tem que usar.
She's alone in her backyard pool late at night, filming a vlog.
Eu falei só pedacinho, né? Eu tava dormindo.
Behind her, something strange.
Was it a cat then? It looked like the water. I go frame by frame, the water's all fluid, and then there's just that. There's a cut. Everything's fluidly moving, and then bang. Can't find the frame. There. I think that's a cut. The way she positioned herself was to block whoever was in the water, hold the pose, let the person get out, and then hit record again.
Behind her, something strange happens.
Eu tava dormindo.
Right, there's the hand coming out.
A
There.
hand, pale.
Yeah, there was a cut. Lens glare. Lens glare.
The sky over Doha was alive with lightning on the 25th of March, 2026, with bolts cracking through the clouds in every direction.
So we recently were in Spain and saw a fork lightning thunderstorm. It was incredible. We were all out watching it.
But it isn't the storm that catches the eye. It's what's hanging in the middle of it. Three distinct orbs of light holding motionless in formation against the chaos behind them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't flicker like lightning and they don't drift like aircraft. They just sit there suspended in the storm, ignoring it entirely.
1, 2, 3 points of light. Could it be a simple light reflection? Because when they moved the camera away, the light kind of did that. There. I think that's light reflection off all of this. Because when they moved the camera, it darts.
The footage was uploaded to Reddit's UFO community,
Oh, look out, Reddit.
where it gained traction quickly, fast enough to catch the attention of Americans for Safe Aerospace, an organisation that doesn't take an interest in most of the scary videos circulating online. ASA is a non-profit founded by former FA-18 pilot Ryan Graves, and it describes itself as the world's largest UAP advocacy community. It works directly with pilots, aerospace safety researchers, and government agencies on...
Yeah, well, next time look at light reflections. And then he tells the tale of the South Shields poltergeist, which is something I'm going to look into separately. Probably not for the channel. I just want to look into the claims, because I've heard a few bits about it, but I've never sort of deep dived into it. I love a good poltergeist tale from the UK, so I'm going to be having a look into that and see what I can research about it. So do please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I thought this was going to be a spectacularly long video, because the original was so long, but there was 2 stories in there, which are cool. I enjoy those stories. Go and check out Slapped Ham telling those tales. I think we debunked some. I think we had some educated guesses, and then I skipped the stuff I couldn't care less about. Much love to you all. Beardo out.
The day to put a smile on your face. All the fans know how much he appreciates.